This video will cover how to calculate quartiles for an ungrouped data. Let's consider this question. This given data will help us to calculate for the lower quartile, which is the 25th percent mark. Also, we're going to calculate for the middle quartile, which is the same thing as the median, and is the 50th percent mark. We're going to calculate for the upper quartile, which is the 75% mark, and afterwards we're going to look for the interquartile range and quartile deviation. To achieve this, we certainly will need this formula for the lower quartile position, and we're going to need this formula for the middle quartile position. Also, for the upper quartile, this is very important to help us point to the location. Once we have achieved the lower quartile, middle quartile, and upper quartile, then it will be easy to calculate the interquartile range and the quartile deviation, which we are going to see shortly. In descriptive statistics, you can measure the position of a data using quartiles, deciles, and percentiles. Quartiles divides data into 4 equal parts. Each part is a quarter. The Q used in the formula usually denotes quarters, and each quarter is a 25%. After the first 25%, which is the lower quartile, the next 25% is the 50th percent, which is the median, and the next 25%, which is the 75%, is the upper quartile. Deciles divides data into 10 equal parts. Percentiles divides data into 100 equal parts. The 25th quartile coincides with the 25th percentile. Likewise, the 75th quartiles coincide with the 75th quartiles, while the 50th quartile coincides with the 50th percentile, which is the median. Now, let's solve the given problem. For this video, our concern is on quartile. Step number 1. Rearrange the given numbers into ordered data by bringing all the 3 forward, next the 4, then 5 in ascending order. Step number 2. Determine the size of the sample. Here we got 10 of the samples, hence n is equal to 10. Step number 3. Find the position of the lower quartile from the ordered data using this formula. The formula is 1 over 4 in bracket n is 10 plus 1 in bracket. Here we have 1 over 4 multiplied by 11, and our answer is 2.75. 2.75 is not a whole number, hence round it up to the nearest whole number, which is 3. Now this is the third position. Our quartile is not 3, but the third position. The first position is here, this is the second position, and this is the third position. Hence, our lower quartile is 4. Step number 4. Let's find the position of the middle quartile using this formula. Hence, we have 2 over 4 multiplied by 10 plus 1. Hence, the position is 5.5th position. This is up to 5, hence we round it up to the 6th position. This is the first position, second position, third position, fourth position, fifth position, and this is the 6th position. Hence, our middle quartile, which is the 50th mark, is 8. Step 5. Find the position of the upper quartile. which is the 75th mark, using this formula. Hence, we're going to have 3/4 multiplied by 10 plus 1, and we have 8.25th position. Hence, we round this up to 8. Why? 2 is not up to 5. Our upper quartile is in the 8th position. Now, let's go to the arranged ordered data and count from the left. This is position 1, second position, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and this is the 8th position. Hence, our upper quartile, which is the 75th mark, is 10. Step number 6. Find the interquartile range. The formula is the upper quartile minus the lower quartile, which is the 75th percent mark minus the 25th percent mark. From step 5, our upper quartile is 10. Hence, here I'm going to write 10 minus. From step 3, our lower quartile is 4. Hence, I write 4 here. And our answer is 6. Step 7. Find the quartile deviation, which is also known as semi-interquartile range. And here is going to be 10 for Q3 and 4 for Q1 divided by 2. And our answer is 3. While solving quartiles, this note is very important to consider. This is statistics. Try out this question. And this, and this, and also this. Follow the link on the screen to locate other helpful videos. In the next topic, we are going to consider mean, median, and mode for grouped data. I will see you in the next video.